Why does your dog suddenly start munching on grass like they're a tiny cow in disguise? Is it just a quirky habit, or is there something deeper going on? Some believe it means an upset stomach, but here's the real kicker. Not all dogs throw up after eating grass, so what's really happening? Your four-legged friend might be telling you something crucial about their health, their instincts, emotions, and so much more. And trust us, the truth behind this behavior is far more surprising than you'd think. Before you assume it's just a random snack choice, let's break down the real reasons why dogs eat grass, starting with one that might completely change how you see this habit. Number 17. The ancient wolf instinct kicking in. Why does your dog suddenly act like a backyard herbivore? Is it just a weird habit, or is something ancient hardwired into their DNA? Turns out when your furry companion chomps on grass, they might be tapping into a behavior that dates back thousands of years. Wild canines, including wolves, didn't just eat meat. They also consume plant matter from the stomachs of their prey. Over time, this instinct carries over, and even though your pup gets well-balanced meals, a part of them still craves that leafy crunch. It's like an echo from the past, a survival trick passed down through generations. But before you assume it's all about ancestral instincts, there's another reason that has nothing to do with survival and everything to do with pure enjoyment. Because let's be real, have you ever crunched on something just for the fun of it? If so, wait until you hear why some dogs treat grass like the ultimate chew toy. Number 16. The texture is just too fun. Why do some dogs chomp on grass like it's their favorite snack? Well, think about the last time you crunched on a crispy chip or chewed gum just for the texture. It's oddly satisfying, right? For dogs, grass gives a similar sensation. The fibrous, slightly rough texture feels good against their teeth and gums, almost like a natural chew toy straight from the earth. And for some pups, it's just fun. The way grass bends and moves when they nibble on it adds to the experience, making it a strange but oddly enjoyable pastime. But here's where things get even more interesting. Not all grass munching is just for fun. Some dogs aren't eating it for texture at all. They might be using it as a secret weapon to cleanse their body from the inside out. And if you think that sounds a little far-fetched, wait until you hear how grass could be acting as your dog's personal detox method. Number 15. The ultimate doggy detox. Why do some dogs suddenly start munching on grass like they're on a health kick? It's not just a random craving. There's something going on inside them that their instincts are trying to fix. When a dog feels something isn't quite right in their stomach, they might turn to the nearest patch of greenery as a natural remedy. Grass can help push things along in their digestive tract, or even trigger vomiting to clear out whatever's causing discomfort. It's like when humans drink herbal tea to settle an upset stomach. Except, well, this one's a little crunchier. And here's the wild part. Some dogs aren't just eating grass because they're feeling off. There's another surprising reason they're drawn to it. One that has nothing to do with feeling sick, but everything to do with what's missing from their diet. If your four-legged friend keeps sneaking bites of the lawn, it might be a clue that their meals aren't cutting it. And if you think that's fascinating, wait until you hear what else they're secretly trying to fix. Number 14. Secret fiber fix. Why would a dog, a born meat eater, suddenly crave something as leafy as grass? Imagine if you, out of nowhere, started craving a mouthful of lettuce with no dressing. Strange, right? But for dogs, this craving has a purpose. Grass is packed with fiber, and sometimes when a dog's diet lacks enough of it, they instinctively turn to the most available source: your lawn. Fiber plays a key role in keeping everything moving smoothly in their digestive system. Without it, they might struggle with discomfort, irregularity, or just a gut feeling that something's off, literally. Some dogs nibble on grass like a quick-fix supplement, balancing out their digestion in a way only they understand. But here's where it gets even more interesting. It's not just about fiber. Some dogs may be after something much rarer, something hidden within the grass itself. And if you think fiber is the only secret your furry friend is after, wait until you hear about this next surprising reason. Quick question. Has your dog ever started munching on grass right before a walk or right after a meal? If so, hit that like button And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update on your furry friend's fascinating habits. But in the meantime, let's take a closer look at number 13, the mystery of hidden nutrients. Why would a well-fed dog still munch on grass like it's a gourmet meal? It's not just a random craving. There's something deeper going on. Grass isn't just fiber. It contains trace minerals, enzymes, and even hydration that your four-legged companion might be missing. Think of it like a human reaching for an odd food combo when their body craves a specific nutrient, like suddenly wanting orange juice when you're low on vitamin C. Some dogs instinctively turn to grass as a natural supplement, especially if their regular diet lacks certain elements. This behavior is more common in pups fed heavily processed foods, since fresh, raw nutrients can be harder to come by. And while you might think their kibble provides everything they need, dogs have a way of knowing when something is missing. But here's where things get even more surprising. Grass isn't just about nutrition. It could be linked to something far more emotional, and if your pup suddenly starts grazing more than usual, well, wait until you hear what stress has to do with it. Number 12, stress, anxiety, and grass. Why do some dogs turn to grass when they're feeling on edge? It's not like a leafy snack is going to solve their problems, so why do anxious pups do it? Well, think about how humans fidget, twirl their hair, or even bite their nails when nerves kick in. Dogs have their own quirky ways of coping, and for some, chewing on grass is like a stress ball for their teeth. The repetitive action, the texture, even the sound, it all works as a strange but soothing habit. But here's where it gets even more interesting. If a dog starts obsessively grazing, it might not just be nerves. It could be their way of trying to fill a different void altogether. Some dogs don't just eat grass when they're stressed. They do it when they're completely and utterly bored. And if you think grass is a weird choice, wait until you hear about the next thing some dogs do when they have way too much time on their paws. Number 11. The prey gut instinct. Ever catch your dog munching on grass and wonder, what on earth are they doing? It might look random, but it's actually rooted in something much deeper. In the wild, dogs consumed more than just meat. They also ate the plant matter found in their prey's stomach. This is called the prey gut instinct, and it's something your dog still carries in their DNA. When they chew on grass, they might be mimicking this ancient behavior, eating plant material just like their wild ancestors. It's not just a random snack. It's a throwback to their survival instincts. Much like how humans might crave comfort food from childhood, dogs might instinctively crave grass as it's connected to their evolutionary history. It might seem odd, but it's an instinct they just can't shake. And guess what? We're about to uncover a reason that's even stranger than this one, so stick around. Number 10, the great doggy mouth cleanse. Yes, you heard it right. Your dog may be munching on grass for a reason that might surprise you. Mouth hygiene. As strange as it sounds, grass could act like a natural toothbrush for your furry friend. The rough, fibrous texture of grass may help scrape away plaque or debris from their teeth, leaving their mouth cleaner and fresher. You've probably noticed your dog licking their lips after a good grass snack, which could mean they're getting a little mouth cleanse, just like we might brush our teeth after a meal. While grass chewing isn't the best solution for dental health, it does show how your dog's instincts kick in to take care of their hygiene. Of course, it's no substitute for regular teeth brushing or vet care, but it's still fascinating that your dog might be trying to maintain their mouth health in their own way. And here's the kicker. This isn't the only surprising behavior dogs have when it comes to health. Wait until you hear the next reason. Number 9. A strange way to combat parasites. Believe it or not, some experts believe dogs may eat grass as a way to combat internal parasites. The rough texture of grass could act as a natural cleanser, helping to scrape out unwanted guests from the digestive tract. Just like how some animals instinctively seek out certain plants to aid in their digestion, your dog might be tapping into this natural remedy. The grass could help them relieve irritation caused by parasites or cleanse their digestive system in a way that's instinctual. In the wild, this behavior is common among carnivores who may consume plants after hunting to help with digestion. While it's not a foolproof method for parasite control, It's one of the reasons your dog may nibble on grass from time to time. But hold on, there's still more to the mystery of why dogs love to munch on grass. If you think that sounds strange, just wait until you hear how dogs can pick up eating habits in the most unexpected way. Number 8. Copycat behavior. Or should we say, copy dog? Why do dogs copy each other so much? Have you ever yawned just because someone else did? Well, dogs have their own version of this, especially when it comes to eating grass. If one pup starts chomping away, another might join in, even if they have no real reason to do it. It's a mix of curiosity, pack mentality, and a little bit of social pressure. In the wild, survival often depended on following the leader. If one dog found a good food source, the others wouldn't stop to question it. They'd just eat. That instinct still lingers today. So if your furry companion sees another dog munching on grass, their brain instantly says, "Oh, that must be a great idea," whether or not they actually need it. And let's be honest, some dogs just want to fit in. If the group is doing it, why not? But before you assume it's just a game of copycat, or should we say copy dog, there's another reason behind this behavior that might surprise you. Number 7, they just love the taste. Why do some dogs act like grass is their personal salad bar? Is it really just an instinct, or is something else at play? Here's a little known fact. Some dogs munch on grass simply because they enjoy it. That fresh, slightly sweet taste? Irresistible. Certain grass types even have a natural sugar content that makes them even more tempting. Especially after rain when the blades are crisp and juicy. Think about it. Humans have cravings for specific flavors all the time. That sudden urge for something salty, sweet, or crunchy, dogs experience that too. And for some, grass is their guilty pleasure. It's not about hunger, not about sickness, just pure enjoyment. Some pups even have a preference, choosing one patch of grass over another like a picky eater at a buffet. But before you assume it's all about taste, there's another reason that might be even stranger. Because if your dog has ever eaten something completely non-food related, oh, you'll want to hear this one. Number 6. Doggy pica, the unusual appetite. Why do some dogs munch on grass like it's their favorite snack, even when they're well fed? Could it be hunger, boredom, or something much stranger? Some dogs experience pica, a condition that makes them crave and consume things that aren't actually food. And for some, grass becomes their go-to fix. It's not just an occasional nibble, it's almost like an unstoppable urge, similar to how some humans bite their nails or chew on ice without even thinking. The reason behind this can vary. For some canines, it's a sensory thing. The texture, the feeling, even the act of chewing itself brings them comfort. For others, it could be a sign that something's missing in their diet, pushing their instincts to search for nutrients in all the wrong places. And here's where it gets even weirder. Some dogs may not even swallow the grass. They just chew it and spit it out, almost like they're satisfying some internal itch. But if you think that's unusual, wait until you hear about the strange way dogs use grass to regulate their body temperature. Number 5. Temperature regulation trick. Have you ever caught your dog chewing on grass, especially on a hot day? It's not just because they're hungry or curious. Some dogs instinctively munch on cool, damp grass to keep themselves refreshed. Just like how we humans drink ice-cold water to beat the heat, your furry friend knows that chewing on this natural snack helps them cool down and stay hydrated. It's like their secret temperature regulation trick. You might notice this behavior more in the summer when the sun is beating down. Grass offers a natural solution to their need for relief, as the moisture it holds helps them feel cooler and more comfortable. This is one of the ways dogs manage their body temperature, avoiding overheating while also indulging in something a bit quirky. But don't think that's the only reason they're nibbling on grass. If you think this is a surprising method of cooling down, just wait until you hear about another reason behind this behavior. Stay tuned. Number 4, they're trying to hide their scent. Ever wonder why your dog suddenly munches on grass like it's their favorite snack? Well, there's more to it than meets the eye. It's not just because they love the taste or texture. In fact, it could be a deeply ingrained survival instinct from their wild ancestors. Wild dogs and wolves would often roll in grass or eat it to hide their scent from potential predators. This instinct to mask their smell helped them stay hidden and safe. Even though your four-legged friend is far from needing to worry about predators, that ancient survival behavior can still kick in. So when you see them eating grass, it might not be about digestion at all. It's just their way of maintaining a sense of stealth. Number 3, an attempt to soothe an upset stomach. Have you ever had that one food you reach for when your stomach feels off? Maybe a bland cracker or ginger tea. Well, for some dogs, grass is their go-to remedy. If their stomach is unsettled, they might instinctively chew on grass as a way to trigger vomiting and get rid of whatever's causing the discomfort. It's like their own version of a reset button. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all dogs actually throw up after eating grass. Some just chew it, swallow it, and move on like nothing happened. So why do some vomit while others don't? It could depend on how much they eat, the texture of the grass, or even what's already in their stomach. And while it might seem concerning, occasional grass eating isn't usually a sign of anything serious. Isn't that fascinating? And speaking of things you might not realize about your pup, there's another reason for grass eating that could have to do with their health, but it's not as obvious. Stick around because the next one might just surprise you. Number 2, the prey gut instinct. Why does your dog eat grass like it's part of their regular diet? It's not a random act. It's actually deeply rooted in their instincts. In the wild, dogs eat prey that often includes plant matter from the animal's stomach. This behavior is not just a quirky habit, it's an instinctual act carried over from their wild ancestors. Grass eating could be your dog's way of mimicking this natural diet, minus the hunt itself. It's like they're tapping into the wild survival skills buried in their genes. Just like us humans sometimes crave certain foods we're used to, your dog might crave grass because it's instinctively familiar. This doesn't mean it's the healthiest snack, but it sure does show how deeply connected they are to their evolutionary past. And while it might seem odd, it's a part of their nature. Stay tuned because we're about to reveal an alarming reason why dogs love to chow down on grass. Number 1, a warning sign of nutritional deficiency. If your dog is constantly munching on grass, it could be their body telling you something crucial. Just like humans sometimes crave certain foods when they're deficient in nutrients, your dog might be doing the same thing. Dogs can't tell us with words, but they sure can show us through their behavior. If your dog is regularly snacking on grass, they might be lacking in certain vitamins, minerals, or enzymes essential for their well-being. Grass can sometimes be a source of fiber or trace minerals that are missing from their diet. This is particularly common when they're not getting enough variety or balance in their meals. The next time your dog acts like a grass-loving grazer, don't just brush it off. Their craving could be a sign that their body is trying to tell you something important. But that's not all. There's another surprising reason behind their green cravings, and you won't believe what it is. If you're just as intrigued by why your dog munches on grass, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We've got plenty more surprising dog habits to uncover, like what's really going on when they start chasing their tail. You won't want to miss it. See you in our next video.